Alright, what's up, fuckers? Yeah, I'm back. So, let's get this shit started. So, not too long ago, I did a retro game review with a good buddy of mine, Killer J Gaming. And it's pretty much the game I'm gonna review right now, as you've read the title up above. I'm only doing this review simply because while doing that review, I couldn't really give my full opinion on the game, because I hadn't really played the game in quite a while. So I went back and replayed it all over again to refresh my memory, and I thought why not do a review of it on my channel. Now, I'm actually a fan of the Duke Nukem series. My first was a 3D on the SNES. One of the reasons that game was so great was that it was the first time that I can think of that a first-person shooter portrayed realistic locations, like movie theaters, or strip clubs, or hotels, etc., in a really effective way, and that to me made it stand out. But Duke Nukem's Zero Hour, in my opinion, is one of the best N64 games ever released. In it, Duke Nukem is a super muscular action hero who has to travel back in time to stop the aliens that invaded the Earth. The levels are well laid out across New York, a post-nuclear war wasteland, the Old West, and Victorian England. The story is very interesting and involves Duke chasing aliens through time. One thing I like the most about the game is the level of action and the attitude. The beginning sequence is really action-packed and really presents Duke as being one badass dude. The game is just amazing. And one of the things that made Duke 3D so popular was that Duke would talk while you played as him. There were like a ton of awesome things that Duke would say throughout the game. There were a lot of references to movies that make the game even cooler, and every time you meet a boss, Duke will say something interesting to it. There are also cool cinematics on the beginning of most of these levels. Duke has a pretty big collection of weapons in this game. Like, there are different weapons available in different time zones. For example, in New York, Duke uses shotguns, futuristic blasters, and grenade launchers, etc. In the Old West, he can use 45 Peacekeepers, Gatling guns, and more. There are also many interesting enemies to fight throughout the game. They include cops who are pigs, an Octobrain-like enemy that shoots out mental energy blasts that confuses the player, lizard enforcers, zombies, and many more. And there's like 4 totally awesome boss fights in the game as well. But yeah, and the graphics are colorful and good for N64 standards, but they can be improved to high resolution using the 4-pack megabyte expansion pack for the N64. One thing I do remember playing most fondly about this game was the countless hours playing multiplayer. There's like a lot of models to choose from that are unlocked as you move throughout the single player mode. The game goes up to a 4-player split screen with different characters that have different weapons and health, and they've got their strengths and weaknesses. Some of them start out with 75 health and machine guns, while the others have 100 health and regular weapons. There are also some odd, interesting characters in multiplayer that I won't spoil here, but they're very cool. The game also has a lot of values because of its unlockable system. The multiplayer characters are unlocked just completing the levels, but other cool modes and cheats are unlockable if you do well in the levels. Some cheats want you to save all the babes on a certain level, while the others might want all the kills. With 22 single player levels, including 2 secret ones, and like 14 multiplayer levels, the game is pretty long, which is a good thing. Oh, and also the music in the game fucking rocks. Nothing but kick-ass heavy metal music to listen to while slaughtering enemies, and it's a lot of fun. So overall, this game is a masterpiece, and I'd recommend it to anybody if you're a retro gamer and a fan of the N64, but have never played this game. So that was my review. Later, bitches.